Hey, what is up everybody? Steve Jackson here from Evolve Guitar. Today we're going to be checking out Better Man by Pearl Jam. And as always, you can click down below in the link I'm going to put up there. You can get the tab for this song sent directly to your email. But let's get into the song.
Watching the clockers, oh the clockers, got to stop. Tell them, take no more. She practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he looks her over. She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Oh.
All right, so the first thing that Eddie Vedder is playing here is basically this shape here, which if you're familiar with it at all, is kind of like a D/F sharp shape, but I'm going to use kind of different fingers here. And something that's interesting in this song is that this whole song is, well, the verse section anyway, is really like this one shape that they just moves up and down. I think that's pretty unique. I can't think of too many songs that do that. But the first thing he's playing is this 2nd fret low E string here, and then 2nd fret G string, and 3rd fret on the B string. Now I'm using these fingers. You could just as well do it this way. Either way is totally fine. But yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Anyway, so the first thing we're gonna play is this low E string here, 2nd fret. We're also gonna need to use our right hand fingers here if you didn't figure that out already. So we're starting here on the 2nd fret. Then we're gonna play the 2nd fret again here on the low E string, and the 2nd fret on the G, and the 3rd fret on the B. We're going to play those three all together. So, like that. Then we're just going to release our pinky off so that that B string goes open. We're going to play that. Then we're going to play the 3rd string, still on the 2nd fret. Okay, so. Then we're gonna play open E, so we're just taking our middle finger off there and then putting it right back. So, right then, we're gonna pretty much repeat. Okay, but here, when we get to this note, the 2nd fret on the 3rd string here, on the G, we're gonna slide this up so that now we're doing the same chord shape, but we are on 4, 4, and 5 right here. And then we're gonna do kind of a similar picking pattern here. So we're gonna start on the low E string, and then we're gonna play those same 3 strings, the low E, the G, and the B. Now we're on 4, 4, 5. Then, just like we did on the other chord shape, we're gonna release the pinky so that it goes open. We're gonna play that open string, and then we're gonna go to the G string. We're gonna be on the 4th fret there, and then we're gonna play the open E. So that little bit will sound like. So let's rewind and go to the beginning now. Okay, now we're gonna stay on the same chord shape, and we're gonna play with this a little bit. We're gonna go low E string, G, B, and then back to the G, back to the B, and then the open high E string, which is actually, right, the same note that we just played on the 5 on the B string, and then the open E. So these are the same notes. So they're just kind of ringing on top of each other. And then in the last 2 notes, we're just going back to the G on the 4th fret, and then 5 on the B string. So let's listen to that whole verse section here. So you hear those little slides too, like when it comes off of this 5 at the end before it repeats and goes back to the beginning. You hear this little slide down, little subtle slides like that you can hear. That kind of just happens naturally because the chord shape isn't changing, and so when you just move it up and down, you kind of hear those slides even without really meaning to. So after that, it kind of just moves up again, and now it's going to be on the 5th fret of the low E string, 5th fret of G, and 6th fret of B, but it's going to start off here on the low E string and play this 5. Then we're going to go on the G and the B at the same time. So then it's going to play it again and slide up. Same chord shape again. So now we're going to be on 7 on the E string, 7 on G, and 8 on B. And we're going to play all 3 of those. So from the beginning of this part, so we slide that up and then we play all 3 here. And we do that again. And then just the G and the B one more time. And then we're going open E and then the B string 2 times. So then we're going back down, just sliding back to the 5 and 6 position here. Then we're just going to do these 2 5s here. So 5 on the low E and 5 on the G. And then we're moving up to 7 and 7 on, so 7 on low E and 7 on the G string also. And we're going to strum down here, and we're muting out the open A string with our middle finger so that we hear, 7 here, and we just hear a mute here. We got the open D string and then 7 on the G. So that is what he plays right before the chorus comes in. Now, when he gets into the chorus, we're going to switch up to just some open chord shapes. And so the first thing we're going to do is just play a D chord. And right here, he just keeps it super simple. He's really just strumming like one time. D to A to G. And I notice sometimes when he does these shapes, he'll play the D like this. And then I think towards the end, I saw him actually take this A shape and play A up here like a, on the 5th fret, like a bar chord, like a mini bar chord shape, A. And then you could do the same thing with that G chord. So instead of going to like the open G chord shape, it looked like right there he actually went to the 3rd fret, sort of mini bar chord version of G. But either way, it'll sound fine. All right, cool, let's keep going. All right, so right there, he kind of switched it up a little bit. So as it got into that section, which maybe you'd call like the pre-chorus, but just the part right before the chorus, when he starts doing these chord shapes again, he basically was playing the same exact chord shapes, but strumming them. awesome. So Eddie's going with the full-on Pete Townsend windmill approach there, which is very cool. But what I was gonna say is that I can see that Stone, or I mean Mike McCready right there. Sometimes he's doing, like what we were just talking about, sometimes he's doing those open A chords and G chords in the chorus section, but then I saw him at the end move up and do the bar chord version. So it looks like they kind of go back and forth. You could easily do either one and they sound, good either way. But basically when he did that chorus section, he's just playing the same chords and he's just strumming more, right? So instead of just... Now they got some more strums happening. And they got some stuff happening with this D chord too. I think sometimes they're taking this middle finger off to make a D sus2 chord. And then you can move it up and do those mini bar chord versions if you want, or you can just keep it with the regular open chord versions. Well, let's keep going. Nice, what an awesome performance. I guess it doesn't get any Eddie Vedder than that. But no, seriously, right before the pandemic hit, I had tickets to go see Pearl Jam, who is one of my all-time favorite bands, and they're like the only band that I really love that I've never seen in concert, which is a travesty. But once COVID is over, I promise I am going to see Pearl Jam.